8-Bit Breakdown.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 8-Bit Breakdown. I am your host, Mike, aka M Fear, and with me, as always, is Kevin, aka Kevin Moore. How you doing, bud?
Good, man. I am really good, actually. I heard we got taken down off of Apple Podcast and Spotify.
Spotify and Apple Prostate. We got our last episode taken down.
It's because we were banging too much, dude. Too much head banging.
Too much banging. But yeah, it got taken down. I mean, algorithmically, even though we were playing, 10 to 20 second clips, it still shit the bed and took it down from us. So
we did play 2 full songs, so maybe that's what it was. We did play Kublai Khan and
I guess that was the entire song. Damn.
So maybe just snippets from now on might be a little bit better. Stick with just the breakdown, I guess.
That could be. We can try. Worst case scenario, for those just joining us or have not listened to us before, we have a segment that we call the Breakdown Realm. This is where we segment our top, and in this case, 3 songs today, a piece. Myself and Kevin don't know what songs we have, so we're going to gauge the breakdowns from those. So without further ado, we'll get to jumping into it. But before we do, with this particular episode, I just want to let you guys know it will be on YouTube. At the end, I'll drop the tag as well again, but at 8-Bit Breakdown. So make sure to check that out on YouTube. So far, they've been really good about not taking our stuff down for music. Of course, we can't monetize on it, but we're not trying to. Yeah, I'm just trying to play some music.
We're not doing that yet.
Yeah. But without further ado,
I think what we're probably going to end up doing, because Mike and I have been talking about it back and forth a little bit this week. And I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to try to separate, like, just talking back and forth podcasts. We can put on Spotify and Apple Podcast, and on YouTube. Oh, it's a nice bike going down the street right now. Did you hear that?
No.
He said,
damn,
I have a big penis. That's what it said. But we have, I think what we're going to do is we're going to try and separate it to where the breakdown realm will end up being specifically YouTube, like a YouTube exclusive. Seeing if we can do that. Seems like YouTube is much more lax on those kind of things, but you never know. Things can change. We understand. I don't want to say we've been part of the business for a long time, but we have been in the music scene and for long enough to understand that we know that there are licenses. There's these things for a reason. So they're not, thrown around, and algorithms will take those down if it's, if they just hear it, and it has to be it's very black and white. It's not, there's no shades of gray. So I get it. We understand it. It sucks, but we're trying to see what we can do to kind of work around it to make it better for you guys, but also make it fun for us, because the last thing we want to do is put all this work into these videos. And then next thing you know, they get taken down and they're just there. So, but yeah, that's it. So Mike, we're gonna do we're gonna skip the quickie, because I'm telling you, man, I am so excited for these breakdowns that we're about to talk about today. So we're just gonna go into it, man. We're just gonna go right into the breakdown realm. Was that good? Or I could do breakdown. 8-Bit Breakdown has entered the group chat. Bomb has been planted. Well, I'll let you start again. Is that okay? I'll let you start. I'll let you kick it off. And I
Um.
also like guessing. Let me guess.
Okay.
Okay.
How? I'm trying. This is a band that I showed you guys fairly recently.
Is it Sleep
Maybe.
Token?
No. No. It is not. It is not Sleep Token. I'll just go ahead and say that for this episode, there is not Sleep Token. So no, you won't have to guess that numerous times in the evening.
A band you've shown us fairly recently.
Yeah, shown you specifically recently. Yeah. We were just playing it. I think we were playing a game one day, and I said, "Hey, let us just throw this band on."
Oh, yeah.
And you were like,
does it start with an L?
Mm-mm.
No. No.
Mm-mm.
Wait.
Nope.
Start with
You
a
get like
B?
what? It does.
B-O?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I know what it is. I know what it is.
Do you know what it is?
Is
I
it?
know what it is.
I know what it is. Is it Boundaries?
So yeah, the band is Boundaries. The song is Survived By. The album was Burying Brightness from 2022. So this was from the album prior to the one I showed you. So without further ado, let's get into that.
Dude, those guys are so fucking good.
Yeah,
They're
man,
so good.
They're
Oh.
just they're like a they're like an underrated band in my opinion. Like they were just somebody that popped up on my radar again like last year, and I was like, who? And then that album, I was like, whoa, hey guys, that was a
Whoa.
very good album.
Whoa, hey guys. I'm shocked how underrated these guys are. Like we
Right.
say that a lot. I mean, I feel like a lot of people would say like, "Oh yeah, these guys are just extremely underrated." Blah blah blah. But these guys are, oh man, they're masters of their craft, and it blows my mind that they are, playing like they're like fifth billing on a solid tour. It's just it's kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree.
That's
But all
that's a
their
good
stuff's
pick,
very
man.
raw. So it's just very, raw. It's aggressive. It's cathartic in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah. What was that
I'm
one album
excited.
that you and I listened to? What was the name of that album?
Oh man, that is
And we were like, dude, why did we sleep on this? Like we
yeah,
were
those
both of us were kind of mad at each other for it.
that was just while we're on the topic. Death is a little more. So it has like a staticky looking black and white
Yeah.
background with like the face kind of coming
Was that
through it. Yeah.
23, 24?
2024. Yeah. Beginning of 2024.
That one just came out last year. Yeah, that was God, solid fucking album. I don't think there was a song there was not. I mean, we were listening through it all the way through, but
Yeah, we listened
when
to
it started
a couple
over,
that
we were like, yeah, let's just keep listening to it.
day.
That was a really, really good. Yeah, what were we playing?
We
Is that Call of
played,
Duty? We were playing Zombies.
we were playing
It was Zombies.
Zombies. Yeah, because it was
Definitely
good, like
Zombies.
just background. Like
Oh, it was
we're listening to the albums and you can just more so we were listening to music and Zombies was background because it's just like,
Yeah.
aimless.
That's really
Right.
what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that was a good one.
Yeah, thanks.
That was a good one, dude.
Which now you were telling me you got some stuff lined up. So what you got?
Oh, so I got to tell you, I ended up doing. I have. I have a motif. I was gonna say I have like a theme for mine this week. So
Oh wow.
And I didn't want to. I didn't want to throw that on you. I didn't want to say, hey, the theme this week is so like at the end of the day, this is just like the breakdowns that we like. So my theme was, what are some really good breakdowns that have like solid lyrics going into it, right? Like lyrics, the lyrics may not mean anything to you. It could be descriptive. It could be like just the words that are used are really good. It could be the way that it's said is just really, really good. So I'll kind of explain that on the way. But yes, so the theme is so the theme for my three are the lyrics that really lead up into the breakdown or that really like start the breakdown. You know what I mean? And I thought that was a kind of a cool thing. It made me narrow down quite a few, but it also like got in my brain like, oh yeah, what are some breakdowns that I just like tell people about all the time? And I'm like, dude, you got to read the lyrics. You've got to read the lyrics. Like, you know what I mean? Like you get like really into it. It's like, oh, that breakdown's good. No. You got to listen to what they're saying, dude. Yeah.
Message.
What they're saying. So, so this first one that I have, this album came out in 2020. This was a band that I had heard plenty of times before. Mike, I didn't realize that they had put this album out, and you sent it to me. This was in the middle of the pandemic, and you said, dude, you got to listen to this album because it's really good. And I was like, oh yeah, I've heard these guys before numerous times. They're solid. I didn't realize that they had came out with a new album. And this song specifically has a breakdown that just has like, oh man, just like I'll play them and then hear it. But Mike, do you want to try and take a gander? 2020. I will actually go this far as to say a really good friend of mine, his name's Sean Adams. I doubt he watches these things, but he's in a solid fucking band called American Dream Machine. And they actually just got the lead singer of this band, or the vocalist in this band, I think last year, to do a guest vocals on one of their songs.
Man. Oh, it's blanking on me, man. We had this conversation though.
It's an I've in our group circle, I have posted this breakdown numerous times and said, dude, the delivery on this is just so good. One of the best breakdowns of 2020, in my opinion.
I'm blanking right now, dude. It must have been that long COVID I had.
I'll give you went right to my brain. It is my medulla oblongata. It starts with a C.
See, the band starts with a C.
Yeah. So without further ado, everybody, this is Currents with the breakdown from the song called "A Flag to Wave."
Here we go. Coldplay. Yes.
Like the song is just good by itself. And I think Billy, I think is his name. I believe, if I got his name wrong, the vocalist, I'm pretty sure his name's Billy. Watch it be like Brian, or it starts with a B. I'm almost positive it starts with a B.
So what particularly drew you to it? What was the delivery.
So the just the, I mean, the whole point of the album, I want to keep politics out of this as much as I possibly can. The song is called A Flag to Wave. Clearly there's a lot in this album that could be underlying political, what they say, but I feel like the point of this song is just to be yourself. Like, just, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. Like, you need to be yourself. Don't be a part of the system, those kind of things. You know what I mean? Like, very old school, like punk, like just, those kind of things. And the lyrics going into so trade a number for your name and drown in misery, like just something about that. But the way that when he says misery, like he does an enhanced, like there's another scream behind his, like, so he did an enhanced like vocal, like he did another take to add to it. It's just good, man. Like something about it, like I'll be in my car just driving down the highway, and if that pops on, like I just get to that part, like I'm just playing the toms in my car. Every drummer knows that you slap your steering wheel, like, oh yeah, all that stuff.
Like,
and
like you're
you have an air drum set in your vehicle as you're driving. Everybody knows this. And
various parts of the steering wheel are the drum.
Yes, you got your floor tom over here, you got your bass drum on the floor, and but every time I hear that breakdown come on, like I want to look at the car next to me, roll the window down, and just like scream, give them that stink bass, and just and just hit it to 50, and then just speed off in my Prius,
peel out,
and just but yeah, man, something about that breakdown, it will always resonate with me when I hear it. It's such a, again, like you said it earlier, the delivery on it is just solid. So that's Currents. That was Currents, A Flag to Wave. So Mike, what do you have next, man?
So back in 2016, you introduced me to this band. 2016, 17, somewhere around there. Okay. They had most of their, I won't say all of their albums, but especially this one was very emotional album. Heavy and emotional. Do you want to take a guess?
Ooh.
There was a lot going on with the band at this time. And this album was kind of like a struggle during that time.
Oh, yeah. Is it Architects?
It's Architects.
Without further ado.
Without further ado, everybody. But yeah, that was a rough time, man. So this was not, so that album being All Our Gods Have Abandoned Us. So that was really, I was like, dude, whoa.
Such a good album.
This is from the follow-up album, 2018. Holy Hell is the song, or sorry, is the album. In addition to, this is also the song. If I could get it all situated here, right?
And fear joined.
I don't hear that. So this is Architects, Holy Hell, off of the album Holy Hell. It brings you to your knees, but even the mountains are out in the rain. A single spark can start a firestorm. I want legs to burn down the empire. Let's go buried in the blue.
Yeah, it's a good album. That's a solid album, dude.
Dude, when that man screams, he's got a voice on it, man. Sam.
All around. Got took vocal lessons. I mean, dude, just I don't blame him for wanting to sing in his songs. He's got an awesome voice, dude.
Yeah. No, he has an amazing voice.
Very, very talented. Oh,
and I like
too, man. Good track.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought it hits just those bends in it that boom.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a very dark time for that band.
Yeah,
because they had lost their guitarist, who was the drummer's brother.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was his twin brother or if it was it might have been his twin brother. But I do know it was his brother. But dude, like, man, just the adversity of that, and then having to get a new guitarist to, really. I mean, it's hard to fill that void, man. Like I can imagine. So
yeah, I can't even imagine. I can't imagine. Well, I don't have a brother, but at the same time, I can't imagine. But I feel like it's certainly.
I don't have a brother.
It's just a very Steve Brule moment.
That's okay. I'm a doctor too.
Who cares?
Who cares? He's just like me. I don't have a brother, so he's kind of like me now, right? Just kidding, dude. I was just kidding. You can edit that out if you need to. Wait, we're allowed to have dark humor on this, right? We can have dark humor.
Yeah, it's fine.
I really hope that architects never watch this podcast, though.
Oh, dude, Sam's gonna punch you in the balls, mate.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you can definitely feel an embodiment of like sorrow and strength. I feel like through this, like just the aggressiveness in it. Like you can kind of feel that.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad you continued playing, because like when he says that, going further in, he says, "Holy hell, I've got nothing left to lose." Like it's just, oh man, dude, fucking chills, man. Like chills down my spine. That and the meaning behind like Doomsday and
Doomsday.
What was the one on All Our Gods Have Abandoned Us? The Gone with the Wind. Like, dude.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't think they play that song live anymore. I think they're done playing it live. Which they have every right. Which they have every right to say they don't want to play that song.
What was it? They were at like Download or Wacken Festival or something like that, dude, and they played that live. Right, I believe when they lost him, and like Sam was like sort of like he's like powering through it, like crying, dude. I'm over here like swallowing and like
choking
I'm like,
up.
Oh damn, dude! Like you could just see like he was trying so hard to get through that, and I was just like, oh.
Yeah,
but yeah,
but it was good. I think they, making the change that they did, going to, oh my god, dude, they did Holy Hell, and then after Holy Hell they did The One. God, dude, the name of that album will always
For Those That Wish to Exist.
For Those That Wish to Exist. That's right.
Yeah, it's like the spaceman on the front, like in a church or something.
Church. Yeah. Awesome art, by the way. And then they did that one, and then they did their next one, the
Sky and Earth in Between.
No. They did the Symphony of. The other one that just didn't do
classic Symptoms of a Broken Spirit.
Of a Broken Spirit, yeah. They did those two, and I think they needed to, man. Like I think Sam needed that. You know what I mean? It gave them it gave their new guitarist a chance to, start something new, start something fresh with him. Sam was able to explore his voice a lot more, and then now we have Sky the Earth and all between, and it's a fucking banger of an album. Like that album is so good. I'm sure one of those breakdowns. I'm sure one of those breakdowns are going to be on the Breakdown Realm one of these days.
There's a lot more. What is it? He does something in that album a lot more. I think it's more like is it? Was it Bless? It's like,
dude, he started that. That was him. He was the blah guy. Yes.
There was blah before that.
Dude, how much you want to bet I will. Maybe there was from like a random band, but he popularized it. Fucking straight up. Straight up.
Dude, I'll put money on it. I'll put $5 on it.
Go back to fucking Gravedigger, and I'm telling you, man, that's no, you didn't hear anybody do it before then. Telling you, man, I'm telling you right now. Blah.
Okay, I'll hold you to that. I'm gonna look it up after this.
Okay.
And...
Or you could do it like I did with Billy Blank. All right. Dude, I was explaining that to my wife and she was fucking dying. I was like, hey, do you know Billy Blank's Tybo? And she's like, yeah, what about it? I was like, did you know that Tybo was made by Billy Blank? She's like, yeah, it was his. I was like, shut the fuck up.
Dude, I'm telling you. It's a very widely known thing. Billy Blanks is Tybo.
This next song is what I would like to do to Billy Blanks and his fucking Tybo. I will die on this fucking hill, dude. So my next one is from a band who had a little bit of controversy with the vocalist a couple years ago. Every album is solid. Every album is dark and fucking heavy. There was controversy with the vocalist just a couple years ago, not a long time ago, but just a couple years ago. So he ended up getting kicked out, and because the guy made some shitty comments, and so they ended up getting a new vocalist who I think is awesome, very, very good. I think the way he screams and he manipulates his voice is really, really, really good, and I think it emphasizes in this one. But this was a single that came out last year. Excuse me, I'm so excited. This was a single that came out last year, just a lyric video with some cool background, but this is my dark one, I would say. This is my one that's very dark. The lyrics in it are, I could say they could be controversial depending on your religion, but it's the descriptions that are used that make it so memorable. Could you take a guess, Mike? The song came out last year as a single, so it's not on an album yet.
It's not After the Burial, is it?
It's not After the Burial. I already did After the Burial. I'll have to wait a while before I do it. I don't think anything happened with the singer with him, right? I think he's solid still.
It's no, the name's right on the tip of my tongue because I always and they're not even really the same names, but I always get these two guys confused.
Bananas. Starts with a T. The band name starts with a T. Been around for a while. Have quite a few albums out. From Australia. Heavy.
No, I know. Banana.
Take a guess.
T.
They have 4 words in their band name.
I think that's why After the Burial, because there's like so many like syllables going on. Oh man, who is it? Who is it? I'm gonna kick myself in the taint.
All right, so without further ado, I'm sharing some secret ones on Mike. This song is by a band called Thy Art Is Murder.
Thy Art Is Murder.
The song is called Through Blood I Purify. And remember, focus on the lyrics, guys, and how fucking heavy it is. So here we go. Yeah. Yeah,
Thy
it's
art is
right. It's
murder.
right to the point, dude. There's right to the point.
Oh, 100%, dude. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
I
there's
heard that. I was like, ow.
Oh yeah, I remember you sharing this in our little group chat we have going on, and I got to that point. I was like, "Oh, ooh, that is just violent,
Damn. It is very.
sacrilegious, and violent."
It's it's. I mean, it's something I would expect from them, from Thy Art
Yeah.
is Murder, because that goes with their, that goes along with their vibe.
No, they're
But
kind of the whole like deathcore thing going on.
yeah, their death metal stuff and deathcore stuff. And but yeah, something about it when I just heard it, I was like, ow, dude. Like it like kind of hurt me, like just listening to it. I was like, oh, okay. The broken cross nailed through your fucking throat, dude.
My
But yeah, so
throat.
that was mine. Like I said, the lyrics in it, going back trying to find one that like had lyrics that were just like, wow, like that stood out. That was a big one. And thanks to them for doing a lyric video for it, man. I love those types of videos, man.
I do love a lyric video.
Yeah, because you can, I feel like you connect a lot better with bands once you understand the lyrics to what they say. So, but yeah, that's mine. Mike, what do you have? What do you have next, man? What do you have last?
Are
Are you ending? Are you ending with a banger though?
I'm gonna try to. I do want to say that lyric video, when we got to that point, just reading that alone, like I felt like I needed a fucking Ricola just to get through that. Talking about a Strahd, dude, I was like, God damn, let me suck on a Ricola to get better real quick.
I did 17. I did 17 Hail Marys upon listening to that song.
I
said,
I need to right now.
Oh mother, thou art. Oh mother, hello Father.
I believe it's Hail Mary, full of grace.
I'm writing from Camp Granada.
That's the whole, and yeah, that, and then do that 85 times, and then you're good.
And then you're purified. That's it. But yeah, no, great song, man. I'm excited for their new stuff. So, all right, so what you got? What do we got? Let's end it. Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right. So this one, I really don't want to give any introduction to it. I feel like if you're into any of this style music, the tone, a lot of people will continue to probably always like credit these guys to being, and you know where I'm going with this, the godfathers of this.
Is it Billy Blank's Tybo?
It's Billy Blank's Tybo. The band is, per my shirt, Meshuggah. It was all planned. It was all planned.
I knew it.
For the listeners here, I've listened to Meshuggah a good minute. I'm sure a lot of us have, and we all know that sound that they.
We all know Bleed, at least. Everybody knows.
Between Bleed and as we know, they're just credited to being literally the godfathers of that distinct gent sound, that toned down guitar that we like so much. I had the opportunity finally, as of 3-4 weeks ago. Is that 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, about 2.5, 3 weeks ago. Yeah, when you saw
to see them finally. Yeah, I saw them and Cannibal Corpse. I've never seen Cannibal Corpse either, so different subject. But watching Mr. Fisher thrash his neck about was very intense.
His thick neck.
Yeah, big thick neck, dude.
Yeah.
I wasn't like super
exercised it.
I seen his neck more than his face.
I
So
don't doubt that. And then he will go and get like stuffed animals and give them to kids.
Oh, he's such a good guy. Horrible lyrics, but such a good guy. So yes, without further ado, this is Meshuggah, off the album Coloss, I believe from 2012. Demiurge is the song.
Oof. Who else is allowed to get away with off tempo and wild time signature breakdowns?
I don't know, man, but they just do it so well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
Dude, that was so I always find it funny with every song that has like time changes, or they switch time signatures, or they throw in like, they're doing 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and then they throw in like a 5/8, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3. Dude, it's like funny, like watching people, like if you see them live, they're like, yeah, and then all of a sudden the 5/8 hits 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 1 2, and then they like have to go back in. Like they like don't know what to do with their head because now they're off time, and they're like trying to figure out how to make it. So
Dude,
always good, man. How was it seeing them live?
it was like,
Was it cathartic?
it was very cathartic. Yeah, I mean, it was just like, it almost so. And I know it was, well, for the viewers now know, you're not a big Tool guy, but in the same vein, it's like, as heavy as they are, it's like, not only myself, but a lot of the people, I mean, these guys, and for those that have not seen them either live or like footage of them live, they have like an insane like light show that is just synced to like Thomas's like guitar, or sorry, drum playing. It's like the time signatures almost match with the lights in like different ways, and it's in that aspect. And where I'm mentioning Tool, it's like a lot of people is, I mean, you had some people like moshing at the front, like a few, but most people were just sitting there watching, like just absorbing it.
Yeah.
Like it was
because
like
it's a
you're like studying it.
who were we talking about the other day? They were like we were talking about like Mastodon. We were talking about Mastodon and Coheed and Cambria because they're touring right now.
Yeah.
And you are probably just as much of a Mastodon fan as I am a Coheed and Cambria fan. So it's like it was wild to, first see both of them touring together. And to me, it was like, dude, you couldn't pick. Like those are two solid bands playing completely different music. But they're like a Rush. They're like Rush bands. You know what I mean? Like you go, I don't want to go see Coheed to like stand up front and yell really loud in the front row. Dude, I want to be there so I can like see all of them play. So I can hear Claudio sing and just hopefully he like sings to me. Yeah. Yeah. So like he can like sing right to me. You know what I mean? And that's it. I just want to feel his presence on my body and
his hair.
Smell his hair. Yeah.
I bet his hair smells good.
No. But yeah, I feel like Meshuggah's kind of the same way. And same with Tool. I agree. I would say Tool's the same. And for the record, I just want to set the record straight for this. I don't hate Tool. I don't like them. I don't hate them. I
Yeah,
just
it's
don't
not
like
your
them.
cup of tea. Yeah.
Not my cup of tea. I think the band is fucking flawless.
Yeah.
I just don't like Maynard. I don't like his singing. That's just me, but that's me, dude. I don't hate the guy. I don't not like the guy. He's a weird dude.
He is a weird guy. He makes
But-
apparently really good wine.
Dude, I say that doesn't fucking surprise me. Like I think
So
he's
very
great at like
eccentric.
everything. And
Yeah.
but again, I don't knock anyone for liking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I always will give credit where credit's due. Like Tool is, dude, they are like what's his name? I was gonna say
Maynard?
Drew Carey. Drew Carey, his drummer. Their drummer, Tool's drummer.
Oh.
I was gonna say Drew Carey.
Ohio. Danny
Carey.
Danny Carey. Yeah.
Dude, he's amazing. He's like a percussionist through and through, man. Like he's in tune with what he does. The guitarist, the fucking bassist, they're all in tune, and they do. I don't understand how they write that music, and that's what blows me away. They're just not my cup of tea. That's it. That's it.
No, I won't.
But Meshuggah's just fucking heavy, dude, and I love it.
Oh yeah, it's but that's to connect the parallels. It's that in that same vein where it's like you're just so blown away by the precision of what these guys are doing right now that it's just like, along with like the visuals, like everything that's happening in front of you, like Tool. It's again one of those bands that they're, in my opinion, one of those they sound album quality, like in the sense that it's like, I mean, I've seen plenty of good bands and they all have their hiccups or they sound a little bit, it's live. But Tool's one of those bands that's like, they sound like the record. And Meshuggah, for as heavy as they sound, like the distortion, the Jen's his scream style, it's also album quality, which blew me away because it's not always that you hear something so perfect like live.
Yeah.
I mean, because that means it's a live experience. You expect things to happen, nothing like tragic, but you expect to just maybe a different pitch early, like maybe it's a little bit different or the solo is a little different, something, but a hiccup in the vocals. But no, it was like watching a diesel engine run. It was just like
Have you ever opened and seen the insides of a pocket watch? That was Meshuggah.
It was
perfect.
It was just like, what are you doing right now, dude? Yeah, and I'm the lights are going. I'm just like stuck, dude. I felt like I was having an outer body experience. I'm like, oh god, like
I'll tell you, that's why I stopped. That's why, I used to be one of those kids. I would I'd get in the front row. I'd get as close as I could, just scream along with the band. And then like the more I got into music and the more I learned like how music works and like sound works, I started staying further in the back. And dude, I will tell you, there are some people that say like, oh yeah, this band was great. Like, I mean, there's concerts where I've been to, and I mean, granted, it's all opinion. Like, you may have a better concert if you are in love with a band that you were just blinded by the fact that, you're watching them. And I get that. I want people to walk away, seeing a band for the first time or a band that they love. I want them to walk away having the experience that they do. If it's positive, I want them to be positive. I don't want to bring their experience down. But there are times I've seen some top tier fucking bands and I've been in the back and I'm like, "Buh." I'm like, "Oh, like it sounds bad."
They're great on paper. Now they're great.
Yeah, no, but I mean, granted, but then you see them multiple times and it's the same thing because you can only blame sound guy so many times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and that's but that's what I learned relatively quickly. I mean, I was very big into listening from the back to be able to judge of a lot of bands. You know what the first band that blew me away? Like there was one concert I'll never forget, and I can't remember the entire lineup. We've looked it up before. I know we've talked about it, but there were two bands that were playing. Under Oath may have been in it, but there was two bands that I was like, holy shit, these guys are fucking good. It was
It's
Unearth, it was Unearth and Atreyu. I was blown away by how good Atreyu was live. I was not expecting them to be good because I wasn't a big fan of them at all.
Yeah, I know we talked about it. I've only ever gotten into Lip Gloss and Black. Aren't you tired of being weak?
Yeah. But yeah, dude, that was a good one, man. I agree. I think you prepped it for your shirt.
I did. Thank you.
So my last one, I prepped it with my shirt as well.
Is that the Avengers? That's the Marvel Avengers, isn't it?
So this song, this one probably means, as far as a breakdown with lyrics are concerned, and this is where it stemmed from. This is where my theme came in. There will probably never be a breakdown that means more to me lyrically wise than this song. It will forever have a place in my heart. I am so glad I listened to this band. Like, this is just me being a fanboy. I am very glad I started listening to this band very long ago. Late 2000s, I would say. Mid to late 2000s. They had an album come out called The Returners. And but anyways, this band suffered probably some of the worst tragedy that any any band has ever suffered before, with a horrible fucking accident. And you can probably guess who it is by now, Mike. Can you guess it? It's
Yes.
a really shitty bus accident. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I had heard this band prior. I loved their messages in their band because the messages have always been to, I mean, it was tough guy hardcore, I would go as far as to say, but they always had like that positive message, like a lot of straight edge bands. I don't think Ghost Inside was straight edge. I'm not saying that. I'm sorry, I just kind of threw out who it was. But
It's like very pick yourself up by the bootstraps.
Yeah. Life sucks.
Yeah.
It's going to kick your ass, but you've got to be better than what, you believe you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And their messages have always been good. Like ever since they started, when I first started listening to them, up till now, which to this day, just makes me so proud as a human being that has followed them on this whole path. So yeah, I'll go ahead and say it. So the band is The Ghost Inside, and I'm sure that a lot of people have heard of, they've probably seen shows with, because these guys have now gotten much, much bigger than they were prior, before the accident. But this band specifically had tour bus accident. Someone lost their life. Their drummer ended up losing their leg and having to go through a lot of physical therapy. And really, for me on the outside looking in, I remember I was at work when I heard this. I worked very early in the morning when this happened. And I remember I was just horribly distraught, man. I was sad. I was like, dude, they're done. They're never going to be able to play again. And then they came back out years later with an album. And
self-titled, I think, right?
Baby.
I think it was because it was
old error.
So I didn't get into Returners, but I did get into
Ghost Inside. Self-titled. So they came out with go ahead. Sorry, Returners.
Oh yeah. No, you go ahead. No, they're a fantastic band, man. Yeah, I didn't get into Returners, but I did get into Get What You Give. That's
Get What You Give.
Yeah. with Engine
with,
45.
Engine 45. Yeah. That was their turning point. They started doing more vocalizing, like singing in their songs. And they definitely started getting a name for themselves after Engine 45. Get What You Give is a solid fucking album. But yeah, so the song that I picked was when that accident happened, and they were trying to give as many updates as they possibly could. The lyrics to this breakdown is like what I always thought of. Like, dude, I'm telling you, man, I was legit like depressed for these guys. Like, I felt horrible that this had happened. Like, driving home from work, I was like, dude, we're not going to get any more Ghost Inside albums. Like, I was so sad. And like, I just wanted them to be okay. Because they had such a positive presence on the community and just who they were as people. And seeing them come back with a self-titled album and being like even harder than they were, and like showing that they practice what they preach, really, I don't think there's a band in existence that can say that. I don't think there's a single band that could bounce back from, I mean, which they may, but dude, this is a band that literally sang about, you know, life sucks. When it gives you lemons, you make lemonade, basically, right? Mm-hmm. Well, they had a lot of lemons and they made a shit ton of fucking lemonade after, after the accident. And I'm just proud to say that, I was there the entire time. I'm proud to see these guys excel and be much, and they deserve to be bigger than what they are, because I think that their lyrics speak volumes for the entire world and for like humans as a race, you know what I mean? So this song, the song that I picked, is from the album Dear Youth, which is the album that came out right before the whole accident happened. And this song is called Mercy. And I really want you to pay attention to the lyrics and how important this is. So think about a lot of loss and things like that. But yeah, here we go.
Oh,
dude, I've heard that breakdown, not kidding, 1,000 times, and I get chills every single time.
That's
because he says,
that's
quote, "I'd like to think I'd never cave in. A vicious battle I may never win. And I'd like to think I'll come out stronger. Life's swinging hard, but I'm swinging harder." They write this song, then go through this horrible fucking bus accident, and they come back and write 2 bangers of fucking albums. And they're on world tours right now. Tell me, how do you not get chills when you hear that? Like, he practice what you preach, dude. I want this guy to be my motivational speaker.
I'm pretty much, dude. Yeah, life's swinging hard, but I'm swinging harder has always got me. Yeah.
Like, dude, I mean,
that is that's the epitome of when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, but way more fucking dope.
Yeah. Dude, life sucks, but you got to beat the shit out of it, man. Like, I mean, there's no one has wrote lyrics like that before that can resonate with me as much as like that band specifically. And I mean, again, I love Misery Signals and, a lot of, I love a ton of fucking bands, but as far as like Breakdown and what it is. There is not a single time that I've sent this to people and I've been like, but you got to read the lyrics, guys.
Yeah, I do the positivity in it, and that like they bring a different edge than who I'm about to bring up, but just it's like the same for me at an early age listening to Hatebreed, like the positivity that they would bring,
Yeah.
like and like
That was hardcore, man. That's OG hardcore.
that's
what it
just
was.
just like life sucks. People are gonna beat you down. People are gonna call you names. People are gonna make you feel like shit. But you know what? Fuck them. Keep doing you. Like, and that's like at a time where I'm like a young teenager, like confused. Not utterly confused, but also just dealing with like dickhead other kids and shit. It's just
Didn't
like,
know if you were gay
this
or
is
not.
what. Yeah, that's. Well, I didn't. I've been in the closet ever since. No.
Being a teenager, confused.
I didn't
slightly.
know. I'd see other dudes at the urinal, and I'm like,
hey, I mean,
am I horny? But Hatebreed helped me with that. But no, for real. Yeah, that positivity, especially definitely with the Ghost inside too. They definitely, Hatebreed's Hatebreed, but they definitely bring an edge to that that makes it unique to them. That's just not. Hatebreed's just hardcore, but these guys are very unique in that sense. The Ghost inside,
they are. Oh man, dude, watching. Like when I saw Aftermath, when I remember watching when they came out with that song, they did a lot of their not documentary stuff, but they showcased a lot of what they were going through, like before coming back out. And I know, God, dude, his name escapes me, but the vocalist was doing a lot of like Twitch. He was doing a lot of Twitch streaming when COVID was going on, like prior to this whole thing, like after the accident. He's doing a lot of Twitch streaming, and so he was still like very active. And but I remember when that Aftermath song got announced and it came out, dude. I think I sent that to you, and I was like just crying the entire time. Like, it was such a sad video. But it was very like, again, like I use the word proud a lot, but it was, these guys deserve everything that they get. If they get, I don't give a fuck. Like they should be selling out arenas and stadiums. And I think the entire world should thank these guys for just being them. Like, they deserve all gold, everything. Like, they are just, man, you were talking about like, being a teenager, like listening to Hatebreed, dude. I would give my left testicle to have been a teenager during and listening to Ghost Inside. Like I would, if anyone is a teenager that's listening to this and has listened to a Ghost Inside and they say, yeah, they helped me grow up, I would give you a high five right now. Cause that would be, what a time to be alive,
I'll send you $5.
I'll give you $5. Give me $5.
Yeah, for
give me
sharing
$5
this sentiment.
for sharing this sentiment. So, but yeah, I guess that wraps up our breakdown realm. Final thoughts, Mike? Any final thoughts? I think we had 6 pretty good ones, man.
I think we did. Yeah, there was a lot of I think through and through, it's a lot of technical prowess. It was there was a lot of emotional depth. I think you brought something that I wish I would have liked to partook in this by name. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you next time. If I do like something like that again, I'll shoot you a text and I'll say, hey man, find breakdowns that begin with the letter G.
But overall, and I think it was another defining moment that really represents who we are through music.
I think I'm gonna download. I think I'm gonna go on a fucking Boundaries spree right now and like download all their albums. Shit is so good, man. Like their stuff is just so ridiculous. So thank you for your trust.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I do have a mailbag, Mike.
Okay.
I got some mail. In.
What?
If you'd like to hear it.
I'm always down. I'm always here, and I'm always interested.
All right.
I feel like I might need to pour a little bourbon for this.
Oh, well, you might. This one actually is from. Wait. Wow. It's from someone completely different.
Okay.
Wait, never mind. So this one is Travis from Scottsdale. He's an old
Travis.
pen pal from Rob from Arkansas.
Okay.
He said, "Hey man, Rob from Arkansas is at a bone doctor appointment right now, but he wanted me to ask this. Is it possible to catch pregnancy from bicycle handlebars?"
Hold up. Catch pregnancy from bicycle handlebars?
Yes.
I'm a doctor too. And by me being a doctor, 100%.
He said he's an old pen pal of Rob from Arkansas.
Wonder what they write about on the regular.
Pull Dicky. That goo, the super
goo,
sticky, icky, gelatinous substance that.
Now, if you were to put
a 5-minute ad
from a scientific perspective, if you put Pull Dicky on the handlebar, and
would it erase?
I think it would retain. It would grow baby. So from my analysis, my doctoral background, I can wholeheartedly say that, yeah, that guy.
Yes.
Yeah. We could go into the details. We could go into the science of it, but you just have to take my fucking word of advice here and, be careful with the fucking handlebars.
Okay. So, Travis, you got your response. Thank you for sending that in. All right, everybody. I think that wraps up our Breakdown Realm mailbag final thoughts. Guys, if you heard something that you like, please let us know. If you actually have a theme of your own, like when I was doing lyrics and those kind of things, you are more than welcome to send it to us. That actually gets Mike and I's brain juices flowing to make us think of a little bit, maybe instead of just picking out random breakdowns, it kind of gives us something to kind of follow along, make it a little bit easier. So it gives us more of a challenge, actually, is what it would be. So, but yeah, guys, thank you for hanging out with us. And Mike, do you want to take us out?
Yeah, guys. Thanks as always for joining us.
Wait, hold on. Before we go, do you have that audio clip by any chance on your computer that you can play this? Damn it.
I don't. I'm gonna have to pull that up for our next podcast.
I want people to understand why we keep saying it.
It's just a whole different topic, but for any people for any Howard Stern fans out there, Bigfoot, he really fucks up the word banana. We'll leave it at that, but we do have a lot of inside jokes with Bigfoot because God bless that man. I'd love to have him on the on the podcast.
Oh, dude, I could die a fucking happy man if we did.
I'd pay him, easily upwards of $1,000 on this podcast.
Yeah, dude, I wish we could somehow get connected to him and we could pay for a cameo, but then but hey, I want you on this podcast. Dude, I would die. I would fucking die. Daryl from West Virginia would fucking die.
Yeah. He's from what I recall in his statement to us, he's a pretty big fan. But yeah, closing statement, guys. As always, thank you for joining us. Be sure to follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube. Spotify. You can find our link tree. So, linktree.com/8bit breakdown. If you want to find all the links there, Easy enough to find us on any of these social medias. Just type in 8-Bit Breakdown. It'll come up. 8bit.breakdown Instagram, at 8-Bit Breakdown, one whole word, for YouTube. That's where you'll find this episode. Unfortunately, this won't be on Spotify, as we mentioned, due to them being slime balls. But yeah, like Kevin said, feel free to share your thoughts, your favorite breakdowns with us. We'd love to feature them in any upcoming Breakdown Realm episodes. So on that note, thanks again, guys, and take care. Have a good rest of your day.